I'm playing something almost every week, and sometimes I want to talk about it and give you a vertical slice. So stick with me for some lightning reviews. This week on the chopping block. This week I've been playing Warhammer 40K Speed Freaks. Well, I say this week, but in reality it's been more of a case of a match here, a match there, a couple rounds for various hardware testing, and I only sat down to seriously check out for the last day or two. I also mentioned that I had it on my wish list for an extraordinarily long time after seeing some early promo footage of what looked to me like a racing game with combat elements. Now that I've spent some time with it, I think it's more accurate to say it's a combat game with racing elements. Before going forward, let's state two things for the record. 1. I don't know jack shit about the Warhammer universe other than there are no good guys. A friend told me that, and that same friend tried to get me into the board game, and no offense to them, but it bored the tits off me. The lore seems interesting after judging whatever I've passively absorbed through cultural osmosis, but until I actually sit down to read something, don't expect a knowledgeable take. 2. This review should be seen as more of an early impressions video, as the game is in early access, and while mechanically polished, it's rather sparse in content. Okay? Okay, let's get started. At the time of writing, there are two modes, Def Rally and Kill Convoy. Daka Frenzy is basically just Def Rally with no cooldowns. Def Rally consists of two teams of weaponized vehicles racing to capture a point, then scoring points by fragging or crumping opponents while a point is captured. Side note, can someone explain the linguistic point or subtle nuance of the word crump beyond just being a synonym for unaliving someone in the comments? Thanks in advance. Anyway, once enough opponents have been taken out or enough time has elapsed, the point changes and you repeat the cycle. Once that's taken place enough, the finish line opens up and more points are awarded depending on how high you finish. The other mode, Kill Convoy, is a mixture of team deathmatch, reverse capture the flag, and payload race. There are two giant robots attempting to reach a goal point. You can slow down the opponent's mech by killing enemy team members or running bombs into their mech. The team whose mech finishes first wins. To aid both of these modes, players can pick 8 vehicles with different traits, weapons, and specializing roles. Having played a few matches, the game feels more like a high-octane and arcadey World of Tanks. Faster speeds, more extreme terrain, and the fact you can respawn. Then again, I've got no direct experience with World of Tanks beyond Russian Badger videos. Now, I didn't expect to be trying this game out much for two reasons that kind of go hand in hand. 1, it's a multiplayer game, and 2, none of my friends were playing it. A third reason was that it's a free-to-play game, and I've been so psychologically beaten down by the mental tactics to get you to spend money that front-load those games that I find them off-putting. Imagine my pleasant surprise that's encapsulated by the following statement. I don't know where I'd pay money if I wanted to at the time of writing. That's bearing in mind that I'm doing script writing between sessions. Hang on, I'm gonna have another quick round. Okay, I can definitely confirm that it has the usual trappings of free-to-play games. You can buy cosmetics, experience boosts, and a season pass kind of dealy. No pay-to-win stuff, but the fact that I had to go looking was, quite frankly, astounding. Then again, they've only got the 2 modes, but they are solid, and the driving and shooting mechanics equally so. That being said, let's talk about the different cars. I haven't tried all of them, but that's because with so many people jumping in and figuring things out, I'm just trying to learn how to play. Your game's quality can wildly vary depending on the merit of your teammates. That stated, I find myself playing as the truck that can shoot healing muck for allies in most rounds, and leaving the direct combat up to my teammates. Not that I can't deal damage when I need to. But yeah, you can play as a slow tank, literally, a zippy little sniper car, and an in-your-face style trike damage dealer, just to describe a few. The action is visceral, the explosion's plentiful, and the satisfaction of finding random teammates that can hold their own is indescribable. For being so bare bones at the moment, I could genuinely see getting into this one, provided they continue to polish things, though. Early sessions from when I intended to review Speed Freaks were plagued by glitches, connection issues, and at least one hard crash to desktop. I get that it's early access and that it'll likely be patched, but my philosophy is that the second you open up your hand for potential payment, then issues deserve calling out that much more, even if in early access. Oh, and if I might make a suggestion to the developers, set separate Y inversion settings for mouse and keyboard versus controllers. I play non-inverted on mouse, but inverted on controller when lying in bed, and it's a minor nuisance to have to switch between the two. Yes, I'm playing this in bed even. In spite of the early glitch-laden sessions, now that I've gotten a few more rounds in me, I'm very comfortable with saying that I like this one. If you have friends that might also enjoy this style of game, then seriously, check it out. Now if you'll excuse me,
I've got some scrap heads to crump.
Hey, thanks for sticking around all the way to the end. Remember that I give away Steam keys with my regular weekly uploads, and all you have to do to enter is leave a comment and have contact info on your YouTube profile. But as always, thanks for watching and keep your head on your shoulders.